you can stand here and say we want to respond and all that, but we should respond to every test match, So we're just challenging the group to be better as much as we can every day.
Just any injury updates over the weekend? No, Dalton completely. He's all good.
He's tracking along pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll be available for selection.
Should be. Yeah.
Yeah. What have you made just in the last sort of 48 hours since the result was a pretty epic test match?
Yeah, it was a big test. A lot of physicality as expected. Big contest. The collision side of it, the set piece side. Tackles made at a big intensity, a lot bigger than we've had throughout the whole year or so far. So, looking to build on that. But the boys have recovered really well.
Just have to touch on the refereeing and the controversy around that. What's happened from your guys' side since the match?
What specific part are you talking about?
The try that was allowed that on review appeared to be a knock-on.
Yeah. We haven't talked about it, to be honest. We've moved on.
Okay. And any update on the Sam Kane contacted Sia Khaleesi?
Nothing that I've heard. The comms came through live in the game that it was glancing, so no
follow-up from...
No, nothing, no. Okay. No, I haven't heard anything on that.
Jason, South African Rugby's apologised for his time on the haka. I guess your reaction to that apology around the noise and the sound going early?
Yeah, look, we accept it if the apologies come through. Yeah, look, in all honesty, you sometimes get a bit of chaos around that, but the South African players themselves, they stood there and respected it as they always do. It's probably the officials the ones that need the uppercut, so if they've made the apology, that's fine.
Jase, from your perspective as forwards coach, in the last 20 minutes it seems to be a drop off just in intensity or point scoring. What do you think the key is to rectifying it?
Yeah, I think it's a fair question. I think we haven't finished particularly that game as well as we could have. We was talked about in our review, and we've got some younger men starting their test career as well. So we're honest around the reality of where we're at with that part of it. But by no means are we sugarcoating it and overlooking it. We are acknowledging it, and we'll look to improve it, definitely.
So it's more a selection thing maybe than a tactical thing in that last 20 minutes? Or?
I think it could be a little bit of both, to be fair. You've got guys coming on that have played a handful of tests, and she's some atmosphere, especially the Ellis Park against the best team in the world. So, but we're also pretty confident that we're making some progress in our game where we need to be as well. So there's always something to work on.
Jason, you spoke about the intensity. We've seen the Springboks sort of chop and change the team from week to week. Is there something the All Blacks are looking at to ensure that physicality is right up there?
Yeah, it's a balance between keeping consistency in your squad and your selections, but also being brave and giving guys an opportunity so they can actually live what this sort of intensity is like, because it's a lot, as I said before, it's a lot bigger contest mentally and physically. So yeah, we'll pick our team tomorrow, but it's a fine line, to be fair.
And it helps probably to be in Cape Town at the coast, and just Cape Town in general, much loved by many people around the world.
Is it?
Especially Kiwis.
Yeah. No, well, look at it. Tabletop Mountain just out there. She wanted a bad view for breakfast. They'll give you the tip. But it is a nice spot. But we can't let that sort of distract us either. We've got a job to do and be focused on this Test match. We're always learning as an All Black team, so we've got to make sure that we're being accountable where we need to be in the areas where we need to be better.
Jason, you made the point in responding to this mate's question. You said which referee decision. Were you guys happy with the standard of officiating in Saturday's test?
Well, it was a big test match for Andrew Brace, wasn't it? A very big test match for him. So I'm sure he would have learnt a lot as we did.
Jason, do you read anything to the Springboks having moved their team announcement to Thursday instead of tomorrow?
I wasn't even aware, when they named the team.
Oh, they're on Thursday.
Oh, okay. Oh, thanks for letting me know that.
Jason, you've obviously been in a position where you've lost a national rugby championship.
Yep.
Do you draw any sort of confidence from that, that you can come back after the defeat against
Yeah, look, I think so. I think that's, both test match, every test match is different, and this test match, like I said, the collision side of it and the intensity and the physicality was right up there, and but the encouraging thing is we did show signs where we can play some footy, and that's what we want to do. We want to play some footy, and all going well, we'll be able to do that again and keep our game going. But like we're just looking to build consistency in our week and our game. Like you can stand here and say we want to respond and all that, but we should respond to every test match, So we're just challenging the group to be better as much as we can every day.
Jason, we're about to hear from Ethan as well. What have you made of his last few test matches?
Yeah, he's been great. He's been really good you talk about physicality and intensity. It's sort of one thing I know about Ethan is, the bigger the contest, probably the better he goes, So he's showed some good consistency in his game, and he's had some big shifts, and he's gone to the well in every test he's played, and he's given it everything he got. Does his work during the week, and it's credit to him.
Jason, how much confidence does it give you that you guys scored 4 tries and also more tries? The fact that you were able to breach the box defence in that way.
Yeah, look, it does. Like they are. We see them the best in the world. Well, they are, and they're big rocks, and it gave us a bit of confidence. And the boys worked pretty hard at that plan last week, and knew what we wanted to do and how we wanted to go about it. So, I think we took a lot of positive thoughts from that and encouragement.
Jason, you guys got a pretty awesome welcome at the airport yesterday. How did that feel to see all those fans?
Yeah, it was good actually. I remember I know all the Super Rugby teams used to get welcomed here from New Zealand. There's a good network of fans here, so it was good. That meant a lot to the boys too. Actually, to see that many, it was probably a little bit surprising, a bit overwhelmed with how many were there. To be fair, but yeah, it's great for us, and looking forward to this weekend at the stadium. Only been Newlands myself, so looking forward to what that'll bring. Hopefully, it's a bit drier than the under-20s World Cup was.
Fair point. Is there much awareness in the playing group as to sort of why that is? Why there is so much support here for this?
I'm not actually sure, no. Maybe the coastline and the mountains.
Jason, just in terms of the scrum battle, were you happy with you? You guys, it was quite a titanic saga, particularly Tamahiti and France on that. Yeah,
I think so. They had a good go at it, and I think there's a similar mindset between both packs. They want a scrummage. There's not a lot of games going on, and both teams want to crack at it. Dan, who know really well, he prides himself in that area as I do. So I look forward to catching up with him after the game. But I think that too, they both teams scrummage pretty positively. To be fair.
Sia Khaleesi probably unlikely to play with that facial fracture this week. How much of a loss is that for South Africa?
Oh, I'm sure they'll be next man in as we are. If you lose one of those players, they'll trust their whole squad.
Jason, how much confidence does the team take in the fact that they've actually done very well in Cape Town? All Blacks have only lost once here since 1996.
Thanks for letting me know that. I was actually unaware of that stat, but look, we pride ourselves on some pretty good performances at Ellis Park too. So I'm sure we'll build our week and look forward to the contest.
Ethan, what did you make of that test match on the weekend, the intensity and the performance as well?
Yeah, it was obviously a big occasion for the whole spectacle, and it was awesome. We were obviously just disappointed and gutted we couldn't finish the job, but equally we had a lot of fun out there, and we're already excited for Saturday.
What are the key things that you look at this week to improve as you head to play at Cape Town?
Yeah, we're just sort of focusing on a few small margins and just about finishing the game. It was evident we couldn't quite close it out the way we wanted to, and that's what we're striving to do, finish the job.
What was your sense out there in that last 20 minutes? Were things just not clicking as they were for the previous hour, or decisions not going your way?
Yeah, I think just playing what's in front. We just needed to play what was in front and then keep playing footy, I think, was the key.
What's the mood like after a test like that when the main talking points are like the refereeing and what happened during the haka? Do you guys talk about that?
We haven't mentioned any of that stuff. It's all on us and the performance, because ultimately refereeing, you can influence a referee, but you can't control their decisions, and that's how it always will be. And then obviously there's been talk about the pre-game haka stuff, but we don't mention it, it's all outside stuff.
South African Rugby have just apologised for what happened. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, obviously nice of them to apologise, but it's pretty hard to get the timings right for an airplane I'm picking, so yeah, stuff like that happens.
Did you notice it? Like, what, can you just run us through how it felt?
Yeah, personally I didn't notice it. No, we're all just looking up, eyeing up our opponents, and then I didn't see it or hear it, so yeah, just in the zone.
What do you think gave you guys the edge in that first hour? 27-17 looked like the game was wrapped up for you guys. Like, do you need to do again this week?
Yeah, I think we started the game well, and then we let the Springboks come in at certain times, and whether it was through errors or discipline, they got back into the game and got down in our half. So I think for us, it's nullifying that, being squeaky clean to not let them play the way they want to.
In terms of that second half, what do you think happened when you sort of let South Africa come back?
Sorry, mate?
I'm saying in terms of that second half, late in that second half, when you sort of let South Africa come back, what do you think was there lapses of concentration, fatigue, or what?
Potentially bits of that, but we just sort of fell into the trap, and whether it was discipline or an error, that's how teams and that's how they got back into the game. So rugby's a simple game, and if you nullify that, the team can't come back.
Ethan, you guys got a really nice reception at the airport. Have a bunch of local fans come out. How'd that feel?
Yeah, real cool. Yeah, I've heard before I started playing footy, but heard that the support in Cape Town especially is huge, and it's pretty cool to see that 50, 100 supporters screaming and supporting us. It's awesome.
So you're looking forward to having quite a few of them in the stadium on Saturday?
Yeah, it makes it feel like home, doesn't it? So we appreciate the support worldwide, and love it.
Have you played in Cape Town before?
I have, back in 2019 for the Crusaders, and the support was huge then, so I'm imagining it'll be bigger.
Ethan, have you spoken to your dad? I mean, he was a hero, All Black hero. And how much do you guys speak to each other?
Yeah, I spoke to Dad a couple of days ago, and talk all the time, father-son, so we're pretty tight. So he's good, just chipping away in Japan with a big pre-season. So.
And any tips that he's given?
None this week, but it's early in the week. So could be one by Friday, Saturday that is.
There was quite a build-up to this Ellis Park match. Is there any pressure? Is there more pressure now because of the result for this one?
I don't think so. I think we're actually probably more excited because we know we were close in that game. So the motivation's high to get it right for the second. So no, I don't think so.
Ethan, just in terms of altitude, Cape Town is a bit softer on the lungs than the Highveld. Did you feel the altitude back there at Ellis Park, and just what other conversations you had in Cape Town and how that could possibly play well?
Personally, I've never played at altitude, but you get the dry mouth, the dry nose, all that stuff. So I'm guessing that is the factor. So playing at sea level might be a difference, but it doesn't change anything.
We know the Springboks change their team often, but Peter Sefton might be back at blindside this week. How do you anticipate that going up against him?
I'm not sure what the team will be, but if I got the shot, it's always good to match yourself against a world-class player, isn't it? So, would relish it.
Ethan, you spoke about you were here in 2019 with the Crusaders, and obviously the rival between Boks and All Blacks, but does not playing them as often as you guys did in Super Rugby in South Africa factor into when you come up against like the physical Peter Steffs of the world? Was it that hard draft that you had in Super Rugby, and now you only really seeing it at tested?
Yeah, I think generally everyone misses the South African games and the tours. So Yeah, I think it is a bit gutting that it hasn't continued, but when we do get the opportunities like this, which is rare, yeah, you're testing yourself against the world champs and a team that plays physical rugby. So, yeah, gutting that it's not regular, but exciting that we can do it.
Would it be cool to do a full tour? You know, would that be something you'd be interested in doing, playing midweek games and like 4 tests or something?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, it'd be wicked, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Stay here longer.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be awesome.
With the lack of, that rivalry continuing, does this then make this the anticipation for games like this and these 2 matches, does it increase that anticipation?
I think so, yeah, because who knows when the next tour is? 2 years I'm picking, so you don't often get to play the Springboks, and yeah, it's such a cool place to play rugby in Africa, South Africa that is, and yeah, as an international player, this is where you want to be and the matches you want to be involved in, so very special.
Just Ethan, a follow-up on that question as well. What do you think will take to beat the Springboks this weekend? Like, what areas do you need to touch up to get over the line this weekend?
I think the breakdown is going to be an important aspect. So if we take away their guys that can get over the ball, that will go a long way. And then just finishing what we start. Simple 2 things, but I think we'll go a long way.